All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are live. We are finishing up getting set up here we will be going in just a second. You can see we've some of our configurations got a little messed up, but that's what happens when you have to do things live. So we are trying to fix those quickly as we get Fran all set up. In the meantime, we have about 2 minutes to tip off. So we're going to fire off the intro video. We'll be right back. Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and ready to roll here. Fran, good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.
Good afternoon.
All right, we are getting ready to rock and roll here. Final preparations. I think we are basically ready. I think.
Yeah, I
Right?
think tip-off said it was at 6:05, so I think it should be coming up here real soon.
Hashtag never late. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
ladies and
not our
gentlemen,
fault.
this is welcome in everybody from chat. Razor. Camden wearing his Duke jersey is Trey Jones number 3.
Ah,
Jigglypuff, yours is on the way. I own Razor. Congratulations on your win, number 8 in a row for the Kentucky Wildcats, beating Auburn at home there. Again, a little revenge from when Auburn beat them earlier in the season. Well played by the Kentucky Wildcats. I was watching the end of that game. Camden and Jiggly won the giveaway last time. We will be doing more of the giveaways as the community continues to grow for sure. So don't worry because there's going to be plenty of opportunities, and probably the biggest giveaway of them all is going to be the final, well, the bracket challenge.
yeah. Bracket
Exactly.
challenge is going to be big.
Bracket challenge is going to be it's straight up cash, ladies and gentlemen. You win the bracket challenge, you're winning straight cash. So that is going to be a lot of fun as we welcome people into March. It is March, Fran. Welcome to March. It is the best time of the year. People say like, "Oh, Christmas, the holidays, the most wonderful time." No, no, no. No. It's March. March is the most wonderful time of the year for college basketball fans, which includes you and me and everybody in the chat. And an interesting turn of events so far in today. You were asking me earlier, can we win first place in the ACC? It is going to take a lot of bizarre things to happen. So basically, Florida State has lost and Clemson, as I basically said that they would,
Yep.
or on Tuesday. As we'll get that in a second as we have the tip off here from John Paul Jones Arena in Charlottesburg, Virginia. Duke, number 7, against UVA. The starters on the floor for the Blue Devils. We've got Matthew Hurt, Vernon Carey, Wendell Moore, Trey Jones, and Cassius Stanley there as Jay Huff tries to go in and contest against Vernon Carey down low, but the ball is out of bounds and will go in the favor of the Blue Devils. Keep the possession arrow with Duke as Virginia was the first one to get the ball. Actually, ball going to stay with Virginia. Braxton Key now inbounding, being guarded by Wendell Moore to Kihei Clark. The Clark and Trey Jones, the point guard matchup there, one to watch. Diakite being guarded by Matthew Hurt. That's a bit of a mismatch, and Diakite is going to take a fall-away jump shot. It's going to turn into an air ball. Fran, what do we say about fall-away jump shots?
Yeah, nobody makes fall-away jump shots.
You hate the fall-away jump
It's the
shots.
worst shot you can ever take in basketball. Oh, great cut, great look, but unfortunately he's not able to corral the ball there, Carey on the give and go.
Virginia playing their pack line defense. We'll get to that and explain exactly what that is during one of the timeouts. I've got a bit of I can show some pictures and we can diagram it out. But that's a bit of an interesting defense there as Kihei Clark tries to get really
Yeah,
sneaky, just gives the ball back to Matthew Hurt and Trey Jones now up the court. Duke has got enough slow on the road. That is the risk here. Duke has not led after the first 5 minutes of all of its ACC road games. We're hoping for a bit of a different start today. 0-0 still with a minute 20 burn through the first half. Vernon Carey now trying to look for Trey Jones. You can see the pack line defense denying anything on the inside. Blue Devils are going to have to end up shooting their way through this one, and Wendell Moore can't get it to go, and it's out of bounds on Duke. Another slowish start here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate, kind of right off the bat. We're not really able to get the ball movement going down. But here we're starting up the lineup a little differently with Matthew Hurt actually in the starting five, which is something that we haven't seen in the last two games. I think Coach K is trying to get some offense out there earlier on the floor and establish the 3-point shot. But currently, we're still stuck at 0, so
Yeah,
nothing's really changed.
we are still stuck at the zeros so far today. The scoreboard is not lying. Nobody has scored. And here is Clark. No, sorry, that was Braxton Key. Braxton Key draws first blood for the Cavaliers as he gets a mid-range jump shot to go. Trey Jones now bringing it up the court over to Wendell. Matthew Hurt there in the corner. Oh, Vernon Carey did slip the screen there, but they didn't get the ball to him. Notice how, as you're watching this game, everybody sags about 2 feet from the three-point line.
Yeah.
So the pack line defense is designed to do that. The one player that is allowed to be outside of the three-point arc is the player that is on the ball for Virginia. Everyone else has to take a position about 2 feet from the three-point line, which would be that blue line there. And Vernon Carey's going to go for three. Vernon Carey for
There we
three to get the
go.
scoring going for the Blue Devils.
That's a great start for him, especially, or even just Duke in general, to getting off to the three-point shooting.
What a luxury to have a big man that can actually shoot from three. I mean, it's kind of a necessity in today's modern game.
Yeah, nowadays it's something that you need. And there we get the answer back from UVA and another big man shooting down, hitting another shot.
Huff for two there. Jay Huff, actually, the redshirt junior here, forward from Durham, North Carolina. A little crime against his hometown squad. There we got the Kentucky fans have shown up after their nice win at home.
Yeah,
Duke trying
win.
to do the same. Ant and Razor love it. Love seeing everybody in chat. Good afternoon, everybody, on this Saturday here. It is just after 6 o'clock here on the East Coast, or 3 rather, on the Pacific Coast.
They love coming in here and telling us that,
it's okay.
that they won today.
Diakite needs to do something with his hair. Friend, what do you think about Diakite's hairstyle?
He's got that weird like blonde spot, right?
Well, the whole thing is blonde.
Oh, it's all of it now? Oh, it's still all of it. Yeah, it's odd. I've never been a fan of that. I think it's just very weird.
He's got like the oh god.
Kyle Kuzma's done it too. Have you seen?
Oh
him?
yeah.
It looks horrible. I don't know who he's trying to impress. I really don't.
His Laker teammates?
They all don't think very highly of him.
Yeah, and Duke cannot drop this one. We'll get to the standings in the ACC here at the first media timeout. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about some of the scenarios. Jordan Goldwire and Jack White now in the games, and Javin. It's like a wholesale line change here.
Yeah,
so you were looking for early offense, but it hasn't materialized. Duke going to the bench early. Stanley rejected by Huff. Going the other way here is Woldenazi. That's a mouthful to say. We're going to have to get that one right. Kihei Clark down low to Huff. Bit of a mismatch here. Huff on Trey Jones, going about 6 inches there. Delorier, great help defense. Diakite again from the outside. Diakite!
Wow.
Oh, Jesus, the hair comes through for Diakite.
And that's also something that Diakite didn't really have in his game last year, and nothing that we'd ever really see him stepping back and hitting that three-point shot. You can see he's really working and expanding his game.
Skylark, not only did we beat them last year, we beat them twice last year. Remember, Virginia came into Cameron when Duke was the number 1 ranked team in the country and Virginia was 4th. Virginia was the final undefeated team, and they got dropped by our Blue Devils. And Stanley's 3 does not go from the left side. Duke, again, 9-3 in favor of the Cavaliers here as we close in on the 5-minute mark. Next whistle will take us to the under 16 timeout. Oh, boy. Tomas driving baseline denied outside. Huff for 3. That's not a dodge bullet there by the Blue Devils. Trey Jones not going the other way with it. Slowing it up. Javin, nice before the pack line. Defense can get squared up, and yes, it's an and one by Javin.
Yeah, it's a great and one play. And right when the offense really isn't cooking for us at all, we got a little offensive transition there and is able to score the buckets. Exactly what we need. And hopefully we can cut this lead down to 3 after the free throw.
Beautiful play there by Javin here. As Ant is saying, Virginia, everybody comes to play against the Blue Devils, especially when they're at home against them, because Duke has shown that it hasn't been able to really, hasn't been as competitive on the road as it has been at home. All right, so you were asking, can we win the ACC? Well, so this is the scenario here in the ACC. Florida State went down to Clemson today in Clemson, 69-70, which means Clemson has now beaten each of the top 3 teams in the ACC. Louisville.
Also, I don't know if you saw that ending. It was very good.
Oh, was it? Oh,
he literally, like 10 seconds left on the clock, he literally went coast to coast and made the layup and won the game.
That seems like
nobody stopped ball.
That seems like a Clemson ending for you. But still, Clemson on the outside looking in
Storm the court too.
as far as the tournament is concerned, they have such a bizarre resume that they have
I
like
think
these.
they have more court stormings than
They
wins.
have more court
Like,
storming.
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Let's go
Hey, yeah,
Devils,
Stephen
Steven
Turner.
Turner.
Yes,
Yes,
let's go.
let's go Duke in the chat. Love it. Anyway, so we were saying with the loss by Florida State, now 14-4, Louisville 14-4, and here Duke 13-4. The scenario in order for Duke to win, Duke has to take care of business here tonight on the road at UVA. As we've seen, that is not easy for Duke to do. But let's assume they do. All teams win out. The tiebreaker actually goes to Florida State because the tiebreaker is resolved by a head-to-head matchup of the tied teams. So with Florida State,
Uh,
Louisville, and Duke all tied, Florida State has beaten Louisville twice and lost to Duke, so they are 2-1 head-to-head against this conglomerate of three teams. Duke is 1-1, having not played a home and away with either of those two teams. And of course, Louisville is the opposite of Florida State because they've lost to them twice and managed to beat the Blue Devils. As Ant is calling out, Baylor lost to TCU,
they
another
did?
crazy result on the road. We'll
Really?
hopefully get those highlights at halftime. That's another interesting one. The second straight maybe not the second straight loss, but at least two of the last three for Baylor after dropping the game to Kansas. The Jayhawks go ahead and win a tough one on the road in Manhattan, Kansas. They will retain the number one spot after Kansas State gave them a run for their money again in a rematch of the game that ended in what was equivalent of a street fight or something more out of the WWE, which resulted in a chair almost getting thrown at a player. So that was the rematch had no sort of chair throwing, which makes it a bit less climatic, but nonetheless, the result is the same for the Kansas Jayhawks. Dayton, perhaps. Elena there in chat asking if Dayton is going to be climbing up to number 3. Could possibly be. They are number 4 at the moment. I think Justin is doing some work on those teams as we speak. He was earlier today. as we're getting ready for a bracketology. Javin, nicely done at the line. We are now back from the timeout, and Javin does manage to connect and get the and one. Duke now going full court press here. Goldwire, Jack White, Joey Baker, Trey Jones, and Javin Delorier on the floor, and Jay Huff just gets behind the press and slams it down for 2. Duke also has to interrupt the kickouts. Well, Duke's got to just play better defensively.
Yeah, we just need to. Yeah, exactly.
That last possession was not an example of that. Was a bad example of the whole thing. As Baker going to try for 3. Baker! No, can't get it. Back iron. Diakite down with the rebound. Camden, you can win more than one giveaway.
You can win as many giveaways as you want.
You can.
Just a stroke of luck.
It is just a stroke of luck. We'll probably be doing another one if we can get ourselves to 500. I think that's the next milestone that we're going for. Yeah, so tell all your friends.
500 and 1,000.
500 and 1,000. 1,000's the big one. As Braxton Key gets down low and they call a travel. Good defense there by Delorier. 11-6 here. UVA as the Duke bench has actually gotten some nice contributions. Good energy on the defensive end.
Well, what was that thing they just put on the screen? Was that
I think they're trying to indicate how they're blocking the guy's vision.
Oh, I thought that was like you got to get out of the way to get a virus.
Oh, I don't even know. Well, it's Dickie V, so I don't know what he's saying.
Oh God, he is commentating this?
Yes, this is the. If you don't want to watch Dickie V, you've come to the right spot.
I used to love Dickie V, and then after a while, I'm like, I don't know if I like this as much as I used to.
There was a novelty of him probably back around the turn of the decade.
And then
previous decade.
And then I kind of grew out of it. I don't know.
Anyway, Vernon Carey back in here. Ooh, bringing the double team into the post. That is one of the ways you can defend it. We'll talk about that here in a sec. Alex O'Connell swings it back outside. See, only one Virginia defender. The one defending the ball is allowed to be outside the three-point line. Now Joey Baker, Trey Jones, quick pass to Goldwire. Goldwire, that's going to end up short. And rebound down to Tomas. Wolditanaze, the hero of the UVA UNC game, who hit the corner 3 to make Carolina weep in that one. Of course, Carolina getting a win at the Carrier Dome just before this game, however. A bit of a bizarre. I would have thought Syracuse would have had been able to handle UNC at home. Diakite driving on Hurt, and that was good defense by Hurt, actually. God, he's a diaper dandy.
Diaper dandy. Yeah, I saw that. That was very funny.
Vernon Carey going to drive solo here, and he's going to go in for the and one.
And one on his own. I mean, this is the one thing that keeps worrying me about the Duke offense is that, to be honest with you, it's so singular. It's so individual offense. It's really not that much team play with getting each other open. When you look at the UVA side,
yeah, so the
yawned. Damn. When you look at the UVA side, it's completely different. They're moving us around. They're beating us off of the dribble, and they're actually passing the ball as a team. It's very different.
Vernon Carey converts the three-point play. Fran, it looks like you had a late night, buddy.
That's okay. I got my espresso. We're all good.
Oh, there you go. The espresso. Ready to go. Great pressure defense here, but Goldwire's going to get called for a foul, which I completely disagree with. I don't understand what that foul was at all.
Yeah, and also Liverpool lost for the first day in the Premier League.
That's true. You were probably crying
over a year. So, yeah, it was the first game I didn't watch.
3-0 Watford over the Reds. It wasn't in Anfield. It was away.
It was away.
It was away.
Everybody's making a big deal about it because we didn't get the record, but I don't really care about the record.
It was one win, right?
Yeah, it's just one.
One win away from that record. But you guys are 22 points clear in the table. With 11 games to go, what are you going to do? Lose 7?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. I don't. The media just cares about the records and stuff. I don't.
Bringing it back to Duke for a second. Here's Tomas with a fadeaway jump shot. Once again, that doesn't go, and there's Vernon Carey down with the rebound. Up ahead to Trey Jones. There is a segue that I'm going to get to between those two teams in a second. Oh, Matthew Hurt, they had the slip. Carey thought about the 3. Carey just discards his man down low with the left hand.
Wait.
What?
Oh, it wasn't a foul?
Well, it could have been an and one. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're saying offensive foul?
I thought he hit him.
Yeah. All tied it up here at 11 as Tomas goes in and just gives that away. Okay, my parallel here with Liverpool was going to be how the media is all saying that, like, oh, it's basically a tragedy and it's the end of the world. I have the amount of negative Duke press that I have seen this week by Duke fans has been incredible. The Twitter sphere has been blowing up by, like, it's over. For, like, no. We are going to assure you it is just fine. All right? It is just fine. Now, maybe if we lose this game, then I'm going to panic. But for now, we're still okay. Diakite.
No, it's just everybody's got to try to sell something. Every team overreacts, or in the media always reacts if, like, a team loses and stuff. But, like, listen, to be honest with you, I know this may sound bad, but it's, like, good to lose once in a while. Like, good for your psyche and, like, good for the players. It's good. I think it's something that you need. And here you have Jones here with the 3. Bang it up there, and we're 1 point ahead. Finally have our first lead here in Charlottesville, Virginia.
And it's actually a first half lead, 14-3.
Yeah. As we saw a not so accurate stat posted on Twitter this week.
Good defense by Wendell Moore down low. Great individual defense there. Up ahead to Wendell. Wendell in the clear. Wendell, can't finish it.
Just dunk it.
That's unfortunate.
Justin Robinson would have dunked it.
Justin Robinson would have finished the play. Oh, my God.
What's up, Rocky?
Rocky, what's up? Kevin Watkins saying, can we do this, Duke? Yes, absolutely. There, the steal by the Blue Devils. Now Trey Jones going the other way. Trey Jones, mid-range jump shot. Beautiful.
He loves that shot, man.
But just take it all the time. 16,
it's a great shot. It's like that Chris Paul mid-range, like, easy gimme. Like, you could always, if you have good enough handles, you can always get that shot for yourself.
Yeah, I think Coach K is going to have his boys ready to play. So far, Duke did get off to a slow start, but it has stabilized here. Oh, great hands by Wendell. Let's call for a
foul.
What? Wendell Moore there with his first foul. There's actually 3 team fouls on Duke. I'm going to fix the stats here in a second for you all as we do a quick refresh there.
So I can agree and disagree with the 3 seed. The problem is, Rocky, I feel like it's too early to actually put any of the teams in seeds just because of the conference tournaments. I believe that everybody's, like, so close to one another that if one of them will lose, like, really badly in the tournament, they'll just get knocked down, or if someone goes on a run, they'll move up. feel like we won't be able to know until the ACC tournament's really over. I know it's kind of a bad answer, but I don't know. That's my opinion.
No,
In most years before, you would be like, this team can lose the ACC tournament in the first round, and it will still be a 1 seed.
yeah.
That happens a lot.
Jack Ritter, our resident Kansas fan, has jumped into the chat asking if we saw the Baylor guy. I saw the result. Well, I think we'll get highlights at halftime. We'll show those as we usually do. Now Kansas, with the win at Kansas State, is in the clear and controls its own destiny there in the Big 12. I mean, if the ACC tournament would be a big help for us if we beat both Louisville and Florida State, because that would be sort of tremendous.
Yes.
Right?
That would make sure we're above them in the tournament.
Yeah. As we are...
Steven, to be honest with you, I think that's giving them too much credit. I don't even think they'll make the NIT.
Carolina? Is that a Carolina question?
Yeah.
No, there's no way. They have no postseason tournament.
I don't think they can. Yeah, I actually don't think there's a postseason.
The one I'm rather interested in actually is NC State, which got their win over Pittsburgh. They're on a win streak. Although they just lost to UNC. So
yeah.
In any case,
here's they beat us and then lose to UNC, but
yeah, here's a fun stat here. But we have to talk about what. So Camden, I think
Camden. So this is actually pretty funny. Well, it's not funny. It's really close to my heart. I'm like probably one of the biggest Liverpool fans you.
Where's your Liverpool scarf, buddy?
It's right here.
There it is.
Like literally right here. Yeah, I have like so many jerseys, everything, all that type of stuff. I'm such a big Liverpool fan. I can't believe it. It's nuts. We haven't lost in over a year, and it hurts to lose again. Hey, Jigglypuff.
Yeah. So it's scared. So the thing about this team is that it's consistently inconsistent. The road games are the ones that are actually trouble. And actually, I was doing some stats crunching before this. In the losses, in the 5 losses this year, whether they're on the road or not, this includes the Stephen F. Austin one from back in the fall. Duke is averaging 16 turnovers. In the wins, Duke is averaging only 12. That's an increase of 25% in the losses. So the key is actually to take care of the ball. And granted, there were some high turnover games. Like Florida State was a really high turnover game. We ended up winning it. But
Wake Forest was really high turnover.
Wake Forest was a really high turnover game. And, well, we lost that one. And so Vernon Carey here, the stat line for him, 8 points, 3 of 3 field goals, and 4 rebounds so far. Vernon Carey fouled out of that Wake Forest game with only about 10 points and 8 rebounds with about 4 minutes to go there. Off to a great start here in Charlottesville, coming out of the under 12 timeout. Wanted to welcome in all the folks in chat, all the regulars, and all the newcomers here to Real Life Sports, your home for all things Duke basketball on the YouTube. Welcome in, and what a block there by Javin. And going the other way with it is Trey Jones. Trey Jones at the ACC logo, going to pull this back out, and there Clark guarding him outside the three-point line, going to Javin. Cassius Stanley looking for an opportunity, but the double team comes in, and the help defense pretty good there by UVA. Screened by Javin. Going back to Stanley, back to Goldwire. Wendell kind of roaming around there in the middle. Driving on Diakite. Tough move there, but good D by Diakite. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 3. Wendell's going to have to put this one up. The shot off the backboard. Rebounded by Delorier. Beautiful. Go back to Delorier to take it strong. Can't quite finish over Huff.
And they're going to call a foul on him.
Foul on Wendell. That'll be his second.
Yeah, really? Did not think that was it. Yeah, Jigglypuff, can't wait till you're able to get your jersey. I'm so excited for y'all to get it.
That should be really fun.
And you can wear it next game.
Yeah.
I think it's on Wednesday,
So Duke and Kansas, both huge turnover problems. So, I mean, that's why we beat Kansas. Remember, this team, at one point, about 3 or 4 games into the season, had forced more turnovers by its opponent than the opponent has scored buckets. Like, that has since gone out the window. That was we played our best defense in the first 4 games of the season, which is unfortunate.
And then we've honestly completely forgotten how to play defense.
Yeah, more or less. That is just oh dear. Up ahead. Oh, Javin is behind the defense but can't quite corral it.
Oh,
Mm.
and the UVA fans are asking for a walk. I don't think it
Well, he
was
didn't really
though.
have control. Stanley's
I
got to
don't think it
find his
was.
shot. Stanley can't get anything to go here, being guarded by Morcell. Ooh, finding the open man. Diakite goes flying. Jack White driving in and blocked. Right there. Goal wire and goal wire with a beautiful
Nice,
move underneath.
nice, Jordan. Good hustle there.
Right place at the right time, buddy.
That's awesome, Steven. You're from Durham. That's great. A hometown fan.
Oh, that is awesome. I love it. Love it. That's amazing. Durham has come up so much ever since I was a freshman back there, and this was back in 2008. My goodness, the place is popping nowadays. All of downtown is just beautiful. There's a turnover. Diakite now Stanley going the other way. Are we gonna get the dunk? Are we gonna get the dunk? Oh, it's just a lay-in by Stanley, but he can't get it to go. Oh, bummer. That was almost a highlight reel.
Yeah, you really got to finish that one there.
I mean,
Seriously.
transition defense by UVA pretty good.
Oh no!
Oh,
Saw that way before it was even going to happen.
the slip. The
Yep.
slip. Yes, 2008.
Unbelievable.
A championship year for the Kansas Jayhawks as they beat the Memphis Tigers.
That was the Memphis, yeah.
Derrick Rose. Well, Jack White for three. That's off the front iron, and UVA is
Oh,
out
don't
running.
step.
Travel
Wait.
by UVA. Travel
Wait,
by
what?
UVA, and we have hit the 7:28 mark, which
How
is
do
the
you
under 8
travel?
timeout. I don't know. Anyway, Duke saves itself there on the turnover. So,
That's really weird. That's a really sweet story, Kevin. That's awesome, man.
oh, that is. I love seeing the Duke faithful showing up, and this is awesome. This is awesome. Go Duke, ladies and gentlemen. Duke strong. All right. So, interesting stat here, actually, to keep in mind. The Duke UVA games have always been pretty close. Duke, with the 2 wins last year, has actually won 6 of the last 7 and 7 of the last 10 versus UVA. However, all 10 games decided by an average of 5 points. And no team has won by more than 10. So that is this game is going to come down to the wire. So everybody just buckle up, because whatever happens in the first half, the second half is going to be even crazier as we go. And if it does get to that, we'll flip some of those on so everybody can watch together. However, we do have a fun rule here. I don't know if Eric is in chat yet or not. Eric's who does the Sunday shows with us. His rule for beating UVA is the law of 70. Which
You got to score 70.
Yeah, basically, you got to score 70. If you can score 70, you could then you win. But if you're ever less than 70, UVA wins. So
So I was just kind of like weirdly thinking about this in my head of what this team is supposed to look like next year. And I'm actually looking at the the draft board, the big board, and there's no Duke player. The only Duke, and this has got to be the first time in a lot of years as well. The projected highest pick for Duke right now is Vernon Carey at 28, and then Trey Jones at 30. And then you got to scroll
So, like,
all the way
nothing in the
down.
lottery.
Cassius at 50, and then you have Hurt and Moore at 64 and 65.
that's not even like second round.
No, it doesn't exist anymore.
No, it doesn't exist. Yeah.
I'm just interested into how this team's supposed to look like next year. I don't think many of these people or many of these players right now, not that they're not going to have a good professional career, I just don't think they can make that step to the league right now.
Well, Vernon Carey can play. Vernon Carey can play for sure.
Carey should probably go to the pro. Yes. Everybody else, I don't think so. I don't think Stanley and Moore can play in the NBA yet.
Well, and I think Matthew Hurt probably needs a bit more muscle. So.
Yeah, and what's going to stop him is defense. NBA teams are going to look at him and be like you can't play defense.
Let's
like,
be real. Who plays defense in the NBA nowadays, though? Like, actually?
A lot of people. Yeah. If you can't play defense, you just get roasted.
Updating the stats sheet here real quick. It is 2 fouls. Whoops. I don't know what I just did.
And here, Vernon Carey's actually. What?
There we go. We got our scoreboard
How is
back.
that a foul? That totally was not a foul in my book. Yeah, there's a lot of NBA teams that play good defense. The Celtics, the Sixers, Orlando. There's a reason why they're where they are.
All right, so it's a 3-point game here, and actually it looks like that was not a traveling call. Or somehow, okay, Virginia has the ball back in any case. So Virginia, and they're going to call a foul again on Goldwire.
Man.
The six
Get
Duke
out of
fouls. The 6 Duke fouls, 2 on Wendell, 2 on Vernon Carey, and 2 on Goldwire.
And there's Stephen. It's actually pretty cool. There's somebody in chat. It's their cousins going to play for Duke next year. I forget exactly who it was, but somebody in chat has brought up multiple times that their cousin's actually going to be playing for Duke.
This is Stallman. Stallman scores on the inside,
Really nice
and it's a 1-point game here as Cody Stallman hits down low. 18-17. Duke in some foul trouble here. Vernon Carey still in the game, however, playing with a bit of fire here. Outside to Jack White. Jack White driving in.
Oh, just clogged it.
To Carey. Carey's going to drive. That's a foul on the floor. Yeah. Foul by Huff.
That's a good call right there for sure. You know, it's pretty funny. So if you were here with us watching the Wake Forest game, like last game was very like you had scoring was not high scoring, but the numbers were up even by half. But it was very choppy and not a fluid basketball game. We're already here at the 6-minute mark, and it's only 18-17.
Well, I mean that's a Virginia game.
Yeah, it's a classic UVA thing, but it's just funny.
Yeah,
I don't even think we're gonna get to 30 by half.
Which would put us under pace for scoring 70, actually, which is exactly where Virginia wants to play this game. So we are playing at the Virginia pace at the time being. Set the floor here for everybody in chat. It's Trey Jones, Baker, Delorier, Jack White, and Alex O'Connell. So plenty of shooters, and that is a turnover by UVA. Good defense there by Joey Baker. Going to send this one back to the Blue Devils. Speaking about the Celtics, Rockets Celtics.
Yeah, there they are.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Camden, your Nuggets are pretty good. Jamal Murray's an absolute bucket, and Jokic out there is fantastic. Doris Burke has some choice words for that man.
Joey Baker now being guarded on the outside by Statman, my bad. Trey Jones driving. Yes, Trey Jones just too high. Jack White tried to fight Diakite for the rebound, but Diakite wins that battle. UVA not very deep, only plays about 8 guys.
I was gonna a foul again. Are you joking?
Wow, that is
It's gonna go to the line.
Wow, that is Joey Baker fouling about at midcourt. Like, what? Like, come terrible. On. It's a 1-on-1 for Virginia. That is a silly foul. God.
That's absolutely brutal.
Danny Manning, the former Jayhawk. That is
nice.
That was the Danny Manning, right? For Kansas, I think. If I recall correctly. Jack will probably correct me. But that is a miss on the 1-and-1. And that's absolutely a foul by Tomas there, who tried to go over the screen and fouls Trey Jones.
Him. Yeah.
Good screen by Javin.
Fantastic.
Wolde Tanaze with 2 fouls there. Only 4 for the team for UVA. 5:33 to go in the first half. Duke 18, Virginia 17 here in Charlottesville. Final true road game for the Blue Devils. Will finish the season on Monday night with NC State, and then Saturday at home against UNC as Baker can't get that one to go. Oh, dear. Huff thought about the 3. The closeout by Javin. Huff going in. Oh! Lord almighty. Okay.
Wow.
Give credit where credit is due. That was
beast mode right there.
That was one heck of a basket. Wow. All right. Duke trying to recover after that thunderous
That was an
dunk there.
incredible dunk.
That was. I think he took 2 Blue Devils to school, and that one hurt trying to go in, and that should have been a foul, but it's not called. Wow. A little speechless here. Kihei Clark. Huff thought about it again, maybe no. Statman now on Javin. Huff is going to go for a 3 now. Pull that one inside. Statman, Joey. Oh my God, our Duke players are jumping, just flying everywhere.
Yeah, we are just every shot fake. We are just going
every shot fake, and it is a Diakite foul. Offensive foul, Diakite. All right, here's the dunk.
Oh, should have been and one.
Goodness, it should have been an and
totally should have been an and one for him. They grabbed his arms. They hit his arms.
Oh my!
It's totally and one.
God.
Yeah. Dang.
Wow.
Great play by Huff.
In that case, Matthew Hurt, who hasn't been able to get his offense going. Great pass down low. Great pass to Baker, who can't finish. Rebounded by Huff. Wow. Okay, that's like what, 2 of them now?
It's a poor man's Grayson Allen.
What is he doing like Grayson Allen?
He's a poor man's Grayson Allen.
Oh, jeez.
Here is Huff again. This guy looks like Azubuike out there, man.
Huff is just having his way. He has the last 4.
What the heck is going on?
Timeout, Blue Devils.
Does Carey have 2 fouls?
What the heck is going on is absolutely right. With no Vernon Carey, Virginia is just taking advantage of Duke on the inside.
I'm sorry, Uni, that you're in a bad mood. Hopefully this game will be able to cheer you up. Well, depends who you're rooting for.
This is the first one. That was the first one. No, that's not the alley-oop. Oh, my gosh. Here's the alley-oop.
This is the alley-oop.
This is Kihei Clark. Right now you can't see it because there's a cheeseburger in the way, which looks delicious.
Oh.
And that was a ill-placed promotional ad there. Oh, my goodness. No, we need a dunk Cassius Stanley style. Something to get this team rolling.
We need something going on.
So Duke came out flat. Then we picked it up, and we're like, all right, we're leading here. We're doing pretty good. And now we've just completely flat again, as UVA has picked it up, and is probably, what is this, 8-point run here?
Yeah, I think it's been a 6 or 8 point. It's completely turned around.
Oh, Georgia beating, I think that might be Arkansas at the moment.
Georgia is beating somebody by a lot.
Yeah, Cassius. So the struggles here for Duke, as we just look real quick through the stat sheet, it's 8 points for Vernon Carey, but he's stuck on the bench because he's got 2 fouls. So nothing going there. Wendell Moore's got 0. He's on the bench with 2. Trey Jones is fine. He's got 5. No contributions from Stanley, Baker, O'Connell, Hurt, White. Nothing at all.
Here, so this is kind of interesting because we've actually been really hampered by this. I mean, just people being in foul trouble, all that type of deal, getting kicked out of games. And the one thing I'm kind of curious about is that this has kind of been talked about a lot, but do you think college at a certain point should one day switch to 6 fouls?
Oh, this is interesting. So you can see why it doesn't have it, because it's a pure, they're purely doing mathematical time, right? Because the college game, the NBA game is 20% longer than the college game at 48 minutes, which means you get 20% more fouls. You go from 5 to 6, you get 1 more. So on a pure mathematical ratio, it is where it should be. Now, whether they're calling more fouls because they're trying to do this freedom of motion thing than they were before, that I don't know. And whether you're saying, the argument you would have to make then is that for some reason college players need the extra foul to be more lenient. What I guess what is the actual argument there? Because I understand why it is the way it is.
I just think there is a problem when your best player can be out for the whole first half if he just picks up 2 quick fouls.
Well, that's true. But
I think that's
it works
just
in
silly.
both directions, right?
Yeah, but I still think it's silly both ways. You're really the whole point is to have the best players out there.
Well,
and
that I
like
agree
sell the
with.
best product.
And talking about the best players out there, we got Vernon Carey back out on the floor, as is Javin, and there's going to be a cheapo foul.
I think.
A cheap foul against Casey Morcell. Jay Huff having himself a game, puts himself into double figures. He's got 10. And Kevin Watkins saying that, yeah, we better win this game. He agrees with the 6 fouls. And college basketball talk, I hope you're saying what's getting old is the Duke being trailing on the road. Oh, man. Because sort of same story here as who hit that one? They did not come out of the replay. Oh, Trey Jones. Trey Jones with a shot to steady the ship here as he actually got fouled as well, and will go to the line and missed. Wow. Huff has one less
That's
block.
hilarious.
Oh my god. Stuff in the stat sheet. Kihei Clark all the way across, pass to Key. Key to Diakite. And Clark resetting the offense. 13 seconds to go on the shot clock. Ooh, off the foot of Vernon Carey, but Diakite recovers. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Good help by defense by Carey, but not enough.
Dang.
Braxton Key there.
Why do we miss free throws? It's one of the things we're good at.
You can't be good at missing free throws.
We are. We're fantastic at missing free throws. That old man with his cowboy boots there.
Ralph Sampson.
Oh, we're looking at Ralph Sampson. He does not have cowboy boots on. I was looking at the other older gentleman.
The shooting, however, I mean, Duke's shooting only 30% so far.
And that's also insane that Huff has one less block than his absolute career high.
Oh, boy. Virginia shooting at 48% from the floor. Duke's three-point shot, nowhere, like not even close. 2 of 8.
Do you like that Dick?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. No, it's okay. I just felt like that Dickie V advertisement for his book. I understand it's going to a good cause and everything like that. I respect that, but it just seemed like a 60-year-old person infomercial. Watching it on TV exactly like late at night, it totally seemed like that. That was weird.
Javin can't get the second of the 2. The rebound goes to Statman, and we'll fix this foul situation for UVA. They do have 8 team fouls. We'll fix that at the timeout. We are going to the end of the half, though. With this one, we've already hit our under 4, and Diakite can't handle the hot pass from Kihei Clark. So out of bounds. Duke with an opportunity to tie or take the lead here.
Yeah, it was actually a really good look. Just wasn't actually able to corral the ball.
Cassius Stanley back on the floor with Javin, Jack White, Joey Baker, and Trey Jones. Again, plenty of shooters all over the – oh, that's an offensive foul.
He didn't even make it either.
I mean, it's like
honestly,
more
I don't
obvious
know if the field throw problems at Duke. You think the coach would run that enough time? Yeah, I don't understand. I actually just think people at a certain point are just like they actually just can't shoot free throws. Like they're just not good at it in general. And I think that's like we're stuck with this team right now.
But actually, you have John Shire on your bench. You have one of the best free throw shooters aside from JJ Redick in Duke history, and perhaps Christian Laettner in Duke history on your sitting there on the bench. He'd be like, all right, for the next week, the entire team is now going to work with John Shire, and you guys are going to learn how to shoot free throws. And you're actually also going to need to learn how to play some defense because nobody boxed out Braxton Key, who went ahead and got that one in there for 2. Oh, they should shoot underhand.
Way more accurate, yeah.
Oh, God. I think statistically that is actually correct, as weird as it sounds. Joey Baker!
There we go. That's a good bucket.
That's a good bucket. I actually haven't had a highlight in the last 7 minutes because it's just, first points in the last 4 games.
We've scored,
maybe that's a highlight. Diakite,
I think, Jack, you're right. Some people just aren't good at it, but also in college, especially with these guys, they should be able to shoot free throws. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Somebody please tell me why both Jack White and Javin couldn't come down with a rebound when there was literally no UVA player there within 5 feet.
Lack of communication from our 2 senior players.
From the 2 senior
literally
captains.
Out. They have double our amount of rebounds.
They out-rebounded each other. Like what? Like how do
They
you?
have 20.
What do you do?
They have 22 rebounds. We have 11 or 12.
Oh God.
Awful.
A minute to go here. Kihei Clark being guarded by Javin. Huff has the mismatch on Trey Jones if
Yeah.
they want to get the ball down to him. It's at least 6 inches there. Diakite instead going to shoot for 3, and that's an air ball.
Air
Trey
ball.
Jones touched it. No, Huff
Yeah.
touched it behind.
That's,
Put me on the free throw line. Hypnosis wants to step in there. Yes.
Hypnosis, you can go right ahead. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
forget
just
who the Elena. You
absolutely.
can also go up there and underhand them too. We'll be way
See,
better off.
there's your law of 70, Fran.
Yeah, right there. Yeah,
UVA has only
right
scored
there,
more
that's
than
sad.
70 points twice this season. They actually scored 70 points 21 times last season. They won the
That must
championship.
be so frustrating. Like if you're just like a big time player, your team's like never going to score more. Like you're never going to be able to drop like 30 points in a game.
So Corey Erickson down here,
Like,
it's saying that Duke. I believe that's a typo there, Corey. You're gonna have to
oh,
fix your spelling. Anyway, shooting free throws better. Duke actually has improved its free throw shooting throughout the season. It was below 70% when we first did our stats about 17 games into the season. Duke now is over 70%. Remember, we had actually the Wake game. We hit most of the free throws in that game. It was a free throw fest for both teams, but in that case, we did end up making most of them. Then there was the crazy game, the Florida State game, that we also managed to hit the majority of the free throws, and we wouldn't have won that game without it. Trey Jones ties it up here at the free throw line. 35 seconds to go here in the half. Let's take you down with us to the remainder of the halftime. I think Duke is going to get the ball here. One final opportunity after this possession as UVA going to try to burn as much clock as they can. To 8 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to get it to Diakite down low. It's a turnover going the other way. The Blue Devils have picked it up. 14 seconds on the clock. No timeout by Krzyzewski. It's 11 seconds to go, and Trey Jones is bringing it up. Here's the high screen by Javin. Trey Jones going to go try drive in the paint. Trey Jones, nice mid-range jump shot. He's got it off the glass. Javin for the rebound. Jack White, 2 seconds. Jack White blocked. Not going to happen.
Oh.
And we are tied, ladies and gentlemen, 25 all at the halftime. And that was an anticlimactic.
See, I told you it wasn't even. We didn't even get to 30 points.
We did not make it to 30 points.
That is unbelievable. That's crazy, actually.
This is exactly where UVA wants to play this game, actually.
Yeah, and honestly, Kevin, that's kind of the most frustrating thing about this team is that a lot of the problems that this team actually has is that it's fundamentals that we're not good at.
But we used to be so good.
I know. I know. It's just weird. Like we just don't play the fundamentals that very good anymore. We had it at the beginning of the season, but not anymore. Oh,
all right,
you
ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
Shot.
This is the final from Clemson.
Sick.
Oh, the one before, right? 20. Here are the highlights that we have been talking about. Florida State and Clemson. Florida State gets that one to go, and they're up 69-68. Going the length of the court here. 6 seconds to go. Clemson pulling it in, and Clemson! Oh, what a wraparound! And the walk-off! Yes, the Florida State shot is way off.
Yeah.
Let the Tigers on the court. It's incredible. I can't believe it. There's sometimes where it's like, oh, I'm so glad I was right. That's one of them. This is the Wolfpack playing at home against Pittsburgh. And they do end up winning this game. Unfortunately for us, Jeff Capel, former Duke assistant coach, unable to get the win in Raleigh. I guess no Duke coach, whether current or former, has been able to get the win in Raleigh this season.
Yeah.
77-73, the final score from PNC Arena for the Wolfpack, who were in the last 4 in, actually, and I guess with that win only helps their cause. Once they come back from that break, we will do the rest of the highlights from the Big 12. How did Clemson beat us, Louisville, and Florida State? If anybody has an answer, I mean, you are more than welcome to... It's so weird. It's so weird. They have the weirdest... And they're a 9-9 team. They just have the weirdest resume.
Yeah. Also, this is kind of another thing. You said that NC State's kind of like on the bubble. They're
Yeah.
8-9 now. They're becoming 9-9. I have a very strong opinion on what teams should be getting into the tournament.
Oh, go
I
for it.
do not think any team that is negative in conference play should go to the NCAA tournament.
But they're not
Unless you win.
negative. They're 500.
Well, yes, but there's still a possibility that they could lose one game or like 2 games and they could still get in.
Oh,
Same thing
yeah.
with Clemson, right? Clemson's beat like 3 teams, but they're still technically negative in the ACC. There's teams a lot that you'll actually see that are negative in their conference, but they'll still actually make it to the tournament. I don't think that should actually be possible.
Yeah, no, I agree. If you can't at least like tread water in your own conference, there's like no reason you should be like in the tournament at all. I agree. It doesn't make any sense at all.
I also don't really agree with the automatic bids, but that's fine. It's a different story. That's another
no, the automatic bids do make things quite interesting.
I don't like them, but that's just me.
All right, so we are knotted up at the half. Duke and UVA, 25 apiece. All right, so I said we were going to talk about the pack line defense, and it's a good opportunity to do that. We're at the halftime. Let's go ahead and do that. I've got a picture. I had a picture. Somewhere was a picture. There's a picture somewhere.
Any team can get hot, but I still feel like, right, and Corey, also to your point too, though, like it's even if it's a really good conference, you should still at least be able to go 500.
Yeah,
like you can't be negative and make the tournament. I don't understand. Like that means that like, oh, you actually are negative in your tournament, and this person over here who's positive in their conference had a good conference season by going positive, doing well, doesn't get in the tournament, and these guys lost and are negative in their conference.
Unless the whole conference is going to go. Like,
yeah, I don't.
There have been years when
been
the
a few
ACC
times in the ACC that's happened.
So
I don't
strong.
agree with it. I don't agree with it.
Yeah,
that's just my personal opinion. I mean,
I'm gonna wait for the highlights to come back because we do want to get the Kansas and Baylor ones, and then we'll talk about the pack line defense. When they let Trae Young and Oklahoma make the tournament, Oklahoma State deserved it that year. All right, so we're back. So these are, I think we're going to get the Big 12 now. Actually, we're going to get Kentucky and Auburn. So the Tigers versus the Wildcats, a rather feline affair, perhaps, as you would say, in here at Rupp Arena in Kentucky. And it was a back and forth game, actually. Auburn came out really strong. And Kentucky used a 10 or 12 point run in the first half to take control of the game and then led the whole rest of the way. Auburn did push them, but 73-66, your final score. Congratulations to our Kentucky fans in chat on your win there as you continue atop the SEC. Baylor and TCU, the Baylor Bears going and facing off against the Horned Frogs. One would think that a bear is more than capable of eating a frog, but in this case, perhaps that frog was poisonous. So TCU on a massive run there at the end of the game, 6-point advantage, and Baylor does end up making that one, but too little, too late. As TCU is going to pull off the upset. Actually, I had heard that people thought that this was possible. Like, they were like, watch out for Baylor going to TCU. Before, like,
I don't know enough about TCU to.
Yeah, but like at the beginning of the day, like when I had just when I just woke up, they were like, oh yeah, Baylor or TCU. It's like a big game. I was like, why? Well, I mean, both Texas schools, both Texas and Catholic schools, actually. I think there could be like a little like thing between. I'd need Will to tell me exactly if there's actually like a little rivalry between TCU and Baylor. I don't know if he's in chat. In chat today, I'll have to ask
Baylor.
Mr.
Baylor's
Baskin.
a Catholic school.
I believe so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or it was Steven saying, chat will. If it's not, I will get corrected very quickly. Oklahoma by 11 there, West Virginia and Texas
Baylor
Tech.
is Baptist.
Or Texas over Texas Tech by 10. A good win for Shaka Smart as the Longhorns have struggled throughout the season there. Here is your last 4 in and last 4 out. Oh, look, your Richmond Spiders.
Yeah, there we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Your Richmond Spiders on the outside looking in at the
Outside
moment
looking in,
from
unfortunately.
the
There.
A10. Actually,
Next year,
I was going to bring this up.
next year.
The that's a nice Duke fan there. I guess he's here on the road in Charlottesville. I was going to bring this up. Doing a quick thing in chat. The congratulations to Duke Lacrosse last night because they beat the Richmond Spiders. 13-12 in the overtime. Fran, we got the better of your Spiders down in Durham. So
Yeah, I think the Spiders are actually playing right now against UMass. We're up
and
41
I
to
completely spilled
23.
water everywhere.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Yeah, we're actually up 49 to 26 on the Minutemen right now, so it looks like we should probably be winning that. See, like we're 11-4 at conference and we're 21-7. You're telling me like other not going to get into it right now.
All right, yes, and Duke baseball actually doing well as well. We got the highlights from the Bryce Jarvis there on the channel from his perfect game. All right, so we were going to talk about the pack line defense. So here it is. This is the pack line defense. We'll show it off. This is what we've been talking about throughout the first half. This is from last year's game, and Fran, you can sort of walk me through, or we can sort of talk through this here together. But basically, what ends up happening here is that you have the defenders here from UVA, and I don't know if I can actually draw this. If you draw this arc like this is sort of a weird. Like, bear with me, Chad. We're trying to do art. Art and math are hard on stream. So if you draw that arc, that's supposed to be about 2 feet. So this is like 2 feet there ish. Okay. Yep. There. Okay. That's 2 feet in from the 3-point line. The idea of this pack line defense that UVA is trying to play and why it makes scoring in the paint so hard, although Vernon Carey does have 8 points in this game, so he's been actually doing pretty well, is that you put all 4 of your defenders within this arc. And you can see clearly in this picture they are inside that arc, or their feet are either on it or inside. And the only one that's allowed to be outside of the arc is the one who's on the ball. And that changes depending on obviously who has the ball on the side of the offense. In this case, I think that's Cam Reddish, or I can't even read the number anymore. Maybe it's RJ Barrett. Oh no, RJ's down here. Anyway, doesn't matter. And so as the ball moves from side to side, you always have the opportunity. Like if you were going to try to make this pass here, this guy's going to help off on that. And this guy actually, he's playing off O'Connell in this case. So giving him plenty of space. So you are lined up man to man, but you don't need to always be playing like a tight man to man press coverage. So that's sort of the interesting piece of this pack line defense. And sometimes it helps when you have athletes or when you have players that aren't as athletic as the other team. Because what you're trying to deny is the dribble drive. So you're actually trying to deny the dribble penetration into the paint, which would mean that we'd have to shoot over it. And Duke clearly not very good at doing that. And also, once the ball gets in the post, you have the opportunity to double team it. And so we've seen that several times. And the other piece is that you don't give up the baseline. So, and Duke, of course, hasn't gone baseline at all in this game. We don't really do that anyway, but in any case. So be on the lookout for that in the second half as you're watching the game at home there, and we're calling it here on our end. But know that is the defensive scheme that Virginia is trying to pull off. So they're trying to deny everything inside in the paint.
Why is so much attention on this Maryland game?
Yeah, this Maryland game is college game day, actually. And it's Maryland, it's Michigan State traveling to Maryland. Should be an interesting one.
Huh, interesting.
I'm just glad we don't have to play Maryland anymore.
Yeah, I'm happy we never have to play them again. I hated going there. That was like another one of those teams. like you can possibly lose all the time. Wow, that kid is tiny.
Yeah. And as Kevin
Um,
Watkins says, yeah, but that type of defense makes you shoot threes. Exactly. So uh, that's one way to beat it is to shoot threes, and we're terrible. And it just hasn't worked. It hasn't worked for Duke. 2 of 8 from 3, 25%, and only 9 of 30 from the field, shooting 30%. Virginia, on the other hand, 11 of 25, 44% from the floor. Both teams, however, tied up. So the difference, Duke with 5 free throws to Virginia's 2. And Fran, you pointed this out earlier. Virginia 22 rebounds, Duke 15.
yeah, I mean that's completely, absolutely just crushing us on the effort side of the glass. And on top of that, it can go in credit to the. Oh, sorry, I started reading chat. No, but I mean the big difference there is just purely rebounds is a very telltale sign of effort. And clearly, UVA is putting in more effort, especially on the defensive end. They're also getting better positioning as well. And I mean, one thing kind of on your diagram, but I wanted to be the devil's advocate on it, is you were kind of showing that everybody was within the 3 point line, but also at the same time, it's not like any Duke player was trying to drag any of them out of the 3 point line, also. So I think there's a little give and take from kind of the offense allowing them to just kind of sit inside the 3 point line and the offense forcing them to not sit inside the three point
Yeah,
line.
no, I mean I agree with you, right? Like if this is similar to like if a team goes into a team that's not Syracuse, like goes into zone and you want them to get out, you just sort of start shooting and like shooting them to pieces and they'll like eventually come out of the zone. Um but yeah, like UVA right now doesn't have to respect the 3 because we can't make the 3. So they're perfectly fine to just give it up. Um and do college basketball talk there saying he misses Grayson Allen. Yeah, I mean, great defense, but also tons of hustle, tons of hustle there.
Hey,
So,
he just would absolutely work his socks off. And right before this, I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
all
Because
right,
last time I did that, I didn't do that.
and we went
And
into
we went
double
to double
overtime.
overtime, and it was really painful.
And Ant saying, "Yeah, y'all miss Zion." Well, that is also true. We miss, yeah. And actually, I don't know, like Luke Kennard. Oh man, he was great too. I loved watching him play. Got to see him play in person a couple times. Was at the Wake Forest game that he hit the game-winning shot. That was really, and like there was just like this half the season where it was like the Luke Kennard takeover. Like he just went off, right? The second half of that season in the 2016 season, it was all Luke Kennard. Duke Kennard. It might as well have been called Duke Kennard. Um, and I don't really know about those ones. The Reddish and the RJ. I don't know. I don't know. Reddish did have that winner at Florida State, but I thought he was a bit too much of an offensive foul fest. And I missed 2015. I missed 2015 and 2010 actually. Those were simpler times. Simpler times back then, Chad. Don't Singler, my man Singler, yes. That's why I miss John Shire, as evidenced by the jersey up behind me. So I'm hoping that we get some more highlights here, because if not, that's going to be a very sad highlight video at the end of this when we win it, and it's just an ugly game. But all right, getting ready to come out of the halftime. We are back in it here, and have started off Duke with the ball, which means UVA has the possession arrow. Knotted up at 25 apiece. Fran will return eventually. Here's the crazy stat. Duke missed 10 of the last 12 field goals. Wow. Wow, that's terrible. Turnovers, however, only 2 for the Blue Devils and 7 for the Virginia Cavaliers. Remember, we were saying in the Duke losses, Duke was averaging 16 turnovers, and in the Duke wins, we're only averaging 12. So great to see. At least that stat is working in our favor. It's like something has gone right. Fran disappeared. He'll be back here in a second. J-Huff working on Delorier down low, and the outside shot by UVA is halfway down and then comes out. Duke dodged a bullet on that one. Trey Jones coming back up the floor. And Vernon Carey is in the game, slips into the middle of the paint now. Wendell trying to feed the post. The double team comes from Diakite and Huff, and my God, that is one heck of a double team. Which Plumlee brother is best? Actually, I think I saw all three Plumlee brothers play. Miles, Mason, and Marshall. I was in school at Duke twice, but they were all like I always had like a Plumlee there. And down low is Javin, and Javin Delorier with the finish. 6 points for Javin tonight. Mason with a healthy Kyrie. Actually, I think it was Mason who held the dunk record for most dunks in a season, and that is intercepted
nice
by
steal.
Trey Jones. Almost steps in the end line. The pass back to Javin. Oh, he can't. What? Are you kidding me? That was a terrible effort. It was a 3-on-1. Oh my! And it goes the other. God.
Wow, that was a great time to come back.
What?
So bad.
Are you kidding me? Wendell with a fadeaway jump shot. Not a chance. Huff with the rebound. Oh my God. What? That was horrible. Jeez. Actually, to your point earlier, I think Robinson would have made it.
Yes. I'm surprised we haven't seen much playing time out of him.
That shot hits back iron by UVA. Up ahead. Are we going to screw it up again? No! Stanley!
There we go. That's what I'm talking about,
Stanley
baby.
gets on the board. We got it right, chat. We fixed it.
Oh.
What it does say? Thomas. Oh, 2 UVA players are down. It's a 3-on-4. 4-on-3 rather, and Trey Jones can't finish. Rebound to Carey. Carey lays it in.
There we go.
Duke on a bit of a run.
Pretty
Oh
sure
boy.
They both knocked each other out. Yeah.
Ooh, this is tough.
Down.
Here's the replay. This is Trey Jones. Trey Jones can't get that one to finish. This is great hustle. Great hustle by Vernon Carey with the putback. But I don't know if they gave us the other side. No, it looks like Huff is okay.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a replay of it, but I'm also assuming it was just like a banging of heads.
Oh, you're right. Oh, ouch. Oh, ow.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh. Really lucky not to take out Stanley's legs there, actually. Like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have done it on purpose, but it's just very close. Yeah, it's going to take him a sec to remember where he is.
Whew. Tough. All right. It looks like they're okay, though. They walked off under their own power. You never want to see the injuries on any level here. Diakite is just talking to the trainer. Both of them look okay. All right. So subs in for UVA after that. Statman now with the ball. Scary moment, but both players look fine. Tomas being guarded by Stanley. A little run here for the Blue Devils if they can play some defense. There's the help. Great block by Javin.
Good defense there.
Good defense.
I was really close to be able to get. I mean, that was close.
Looks like Huff is okay.
I don't know what they're trying to show us here.
And Diakite has actually come back into the game, so he is fine, thankfully. So Huff still talking to the trainer. Looks like Diakite got the trainer treatment first. And, it's a turnover there. Key was begging for a foul, but Wendell with the quick hands and the steal. Down low to Javin on Diakite, finds more. Down low, and it's blocked from behind by UVA. Damn, I thought he had it.
I thought he at least he was going to get a foul call.
Oh, painful. Duke has to reset. Kihei Clark on the outside, screened by Diakite. Vernon Carey, Diakite down low. Diakite traveled, but it's blocked by Carey. It doesn't matter. Trey Jones bringing it up the court now. Duke running a set. Trey Jones holds 2 fingers up in the air. Is this a horn set? Are they going to call the 2 bigs up? No. Actually, no, the horn set's when they go down. Wendell Moore trying to go on one-on-one. Can't find a lane. Now to Stanley. Screened by Vernon Carey. Now he slips it. As Stanley still dribbling all the way around the perimeter. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Duke's got to make something happen. Wendell's going to make something happen too. Wendell driving. Penetration.
Oh,
Yes!
nice.
Woo!
Very nice play. Great creation there at the end of the shot clock. And here you can see the press coming out for Duke as well, trying to get the trap. UVA is able to break it.
Braxton Key and Keyhead Clark. UVA has slowed down a little bit as Duke has come out firing here in this first 4 minutes. And that shot is no good. Diakite gets stripped by Javin.
Oh.
That by Keys on the outside. It lands up in the hands of Clark. 3 seconds. The ball never hit the rim. It was rejected again by Javin. And it's a shot clock violation.
Nice. Yeah, it didn't hit the rim. Great defense by Duke there. That's hustle and effort. And we're going to go into the under 16 timeout with that one, too.
Nice.
5-point lead.
Sorry, I got to update the score. Wendell, 30 with his 2 points, 33-28. Duke doing well here. We talk so much about those first and last 4 minutes. Well, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. Duke actually managing to tie the thing up by halftime and now out to a 5-point lead here at Virginia. Great. So a much better start to the second half than Duke was in the first.
Yeah, much better start to the second half. Looks like we came out alive. But, I mean, my worry is that this, it drops off or something like that. And then this time out, then UVA can get back into it. We need to keep pressing the gas. We need to kick into the next gear at the end of this timeout here and spread this lead up to 10.
Oh, it looks like they're Arkansas. You have folks in chat watching the Georgia-Arkansas game as well. We welcome everybody into chat here. Welcome in on this Saturday here to Real Life Sports, presentation of Duke basketball at UVA. We do all the Duke games here live, giving our commentary and our incredibly biased Duke-sided version of events. But that's okay because we respect everybody and we respect all the teams. And enjoy having everybody, no matter what their actual team is, in chat here talking college basketball. Next Saturday, it's on. Yes. Well, first thing is first. We have the revenge game on Monday night against the NC State Wolfpack, who managed to gobble us up at PNC. And
it's on Monday?
Yes, it's on Monday.
Day off? Pretty quick.
Only 1 day off, yeah. Talk about a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Again,
didn't that happen with FSU?
Yes, exactly. I was about to say it's exactly what happened with Florida State. Yeah. But at least we're at home. We will be at home for the last 2 games of the season. NC State starting on Monday. We will be back and live with that one. I, for one, believe it's probably going to be a 20-point blowout, or I sure hope so, because we deserve some payback for what they did to us in Raleigh. So. And then on Saturday, as Jack was saying, Stephen was saying, it is the rematch for UNC. Sunday recap show tomorrow. Yes, I believe, Jack, we will be doing the recap show. I'll confirm with you in Discord, or Eric can confirm if we're going to be doing that. We should. We'll wrap up the whole week and then look forward to NC State and UNC, and then Jack is going to come on and talk some Kansas Jayhawks and some Big 12 action, which should be fun. So we'll get a better picture of the entire NCAA as we head here into March. UNC fans saying they're going to win the ACC championship.
Uni, we are listening to you, by the way. We're seeing that Arkansas, the Georgia game is pretty close. We are paying attention.
I don't actually have the score up though, so are you gonna?
I think they're down by 4 now. I have it up on another screen.
I have.
Yeah, they're down by 6.
Okay, down by 6 there. Tracking.
College basketball talk. UNC fans say they're going to win the ACC championship. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, keep dreaming. Yeah. Although Duke did win 4 games in 4 nights in the Jason Tatum's year, that one there.
Yeah, but we also had Jason Tatum.
Yeah, who's now a star in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I don't think Kobe White is going to get you 4 and 4.
Yeah.
There's the double team again, and Vernon Carey going to pass this out to Trey Jones. Trey Jones going to get double teamed as well with the closeout. And Carey!
Nice.
Nobody stops him.
And by the way, you meant Cole Anthony, not Colby White.
Who did I say?
You said Colby White. He already is in the NBA.
Oh, he's in the NBA.
And you also said Charlotte's
Charlottesville? It is
No,
Charlottesville.
you didn't say Charlottesville at the beginning. You said something else.
Oh, maybe I said Blacksburg.
No, you said like Charlotte's, and then the ending was not Ville. It was like town.
Oh,
It's
well,
okay.
in any case.
We'll cut it. We'll cut it for the commentary failure.
Even we mess up from time to
Because
time.
I was just like, huh? Where are we?
We're allowed to mess up from time to time.
No, it was Charlottesburg. That's what it was.
Oh, Charlottesburg.
You said Charlottesburg.
I combined
Yeah,
Blacksburg and Charlottesville into one.
I was so confused. I was like, what are you talking about?
Huff
No, we're
there
not.
gets called for the foul, which is going to send Vernon Carey to the free throw line. First foul for UVA. Carey takeover time. What a different game than the one on Tuesday that was a whistle every like 30 seconds of not game time, of real time.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This game's going by like it feels like it's going by so fast. And I think somebody else in the chat said, LOL, time is flying. Yeah, hypnosis. I don't know if you were referring to the game itself or just time in general, but like this game's going by wicked fast. I mean, maybe it was just we're used to that Wake Forest game was the slowest game I've ever seen in my life. I think it was we went to halftime at like the hour and 5-minute mark.
Oh yeah. Vernon converts only one of the two free throws at the line. So 36-30. There's the Duke free throw percentage, 71% on the season. Duke at Wake, 91%, 31 of 34. So we have been shooting better from the free throw line, 5 of 7 tonight, which is encouraging as we move into March, where you have to make your free throws. Wendell just gets caught up in the air.
That's it's a double charge.
That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, like he should get 2 of them.
He should get 2 of them.
He didn't have very nice words to say after that either.
Yeah,
it was over 40. And I think we ended up having over 40 as well.
34. 34. Oh, it's close. It may as well be 40. Why don't we just say it's 40?
So Jack White was a blocking foul. Carey was a charge.
Because he was a secondary defender?
No, I mean, Carey was not moving. Jack White was. Yeah, that's what I meant by it.
He's a reach-in foul here. Cafaro.
Yeah, we've had two calls quickly go our way here.
Francisco. It's like kind of like you.
A little bit.
What if they could do trades in college?
I mean, they basically can with transfers.
With transfers. Wow, what a cross-court pass from Carey to Jack White, who can't get it. A long rebound out to Carey. Dribbles it off the foot of...
Oh, I knew that was going to happen.
And Kihei Clark comes up with the ball. Trey Jones actually quiet this half. Hasn't scored yet. Screened by Statman. As Kihei Clark still working on. Here's another. Trying to rescreen. It's Cafaro. Sorry. Kihei Clark just pivoting all over the place. And Kihei Clark manages to lock that one down for 2.
That was really funny.
That is Steven Turner. That is awesome. The choice of meal determined by... are you going to Cookout for that? Or is that a Burger King?
Well, a Whopper is Burger King.
No, but like it could be... A Cookout has Whoppers too, I think.
I don't think Cookout is...
No. Anyway, we were talking about our favorite Cookout milkshakes the other day.
Oh, easy. Strawberry Oreo.
Oh, strawberry Oreo for Fran. Justin,
and cookie dough if there's cookie dough in there.
Cookie dough. Justin went with cheesecake. Eric had peach cobbler.
Ew.
I'm one with like M&Ms.
Nah, I'm like a McFlurry guy, so I'll do Oreo and
Jack White. Oh
God, that is not that strong. He did not hit him that hard.
I don't know how Jack White could actually knock Diakite over.
I was about to say. Banana pudding Butterfinger.
Banana pudding butter. Royale with cheese.
Never go to Cookout with you. No, I'm kidding.
Royale
I'll try
with
it.
Cheese. Wow.
What's Royale with cheese?
I don't know.
Is he
sounds interesting.
Is he talking about actual milkshake flavor, or is that?
Perhaps it's a battle royale with cheese on the side, or a Whopper Royale. Strawberry Oreo. That's a turnover into the hands of Goldwire. Goldwire, nice pass to Stanley, but it's blocked. Actually, it's a foul.
Whew. There we go. That's my boy out there. Strawberry Oreo. I'm Oreo caramel. That's fine. It's good enough. I actually haven't. I need to see Pulp Fiction. I have never watched
I
it.
have, yeah. Stanley at the line, and yes, Stanley. Only his 3rd point so far. A quiet day for Stanley. Second foul for Diakite. Duke. Okay. I was gonna say 7 of 10 at the line, and then I held myself and be like, "Wait, I'm gonna jinx
We
it."
did the same exact thing. I didn't want to say anything, and just them putting it on the screen blew it.
Yes. I blame ESPN for that miss.
I was like, oh, 8 out of 11 is not gonna be bad, but 7 out of 11, it's not pretty good.
Key, Diakite can't handle the pass from Key. Diakite working on Javin, and they're gonna call.
Oh, what? What?
And that is the whistle for the under 12
12
timeout. Duke leading by 5 here in Charlottesville. I got it right that time. Royale with cheese is the quarter pounder in some metric countries. Oh, Derek from Australia.
Derek.
Filling us in.
It is funny. I never knew that.
Actually, see, in Australia, the Burger King is known as Hungry Jack's.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. That's everything sponsored by Hungry Jack's over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool.
So,
how is Hungry Jack's, Derek, if you've dabbled in it?
Probably the same as Burger King.
Dude, I had McDonald's in Italy, and it was so good. It was so good. The ingredients of like fast foods in other countries are way different. It's like because they're not sourced from the same place, so they actually have to be like somewhat natural.
They actually have to be good.
Yeah, like they don't have like cow farms in certain countries.
All right, Blue Devils here.
As we digress.
Quick check on the stats. 14 shots for made by both teams. Duke 14 of 42. And UVA 14 of 36. So Duke's shooting percentage still an abysmal 33%, but UVA actually shooting poorly this half. They're now under 40% from the hole for the game. The stat to watch, I believe, is the turnovers here, which is why Duke has so many more possessions. Duke has turned the ball over only 4 times, while UVA has turned the ball over 12. So the UVA defense has not done its job against the Blue Devils, who have managed to play a clean game of basketball, at least compared to games at Wake Forest and the Florida State one. And their Whopper is still a Whopper there. The rebounding margin still in the
he's
favor
not
of UVA.
doing well.
What's up?
Matthew Hurt, Hawk fan, just brought it up, and it just not going too hot for him, to be completely honest with you.
Yep, nothing. No points. He started actually. Matthew Hurt started the game.
Yeah.
And but he didn't start in the second half. We actually saw him. He had a bad game at UNC, and he had a bad game. Well, and he's having a bad game today. So I don't really know what the deal is. But the away games, Matt hasn't played as well. So
I also think that's just an adjustment factor for him as a younger player. I mean, it's a little more difficult. This game is really low scoring, and that's kind of the plan. That's kind of the whole point. That's what UVA does. They don't want you to actually be able to score like above 50-something points.
I mean, that is Tony Bennett's game plan, that pack line defense, because Virginia hasn't had offensive firepower in historically. It just has not been an offensively high team. Charged team. Last year was a little bit of a different story. They were able to, as the stat was earlier, able to score over 20 points in 21 of their games. This year, it's only been twice, actually, that they've been able to do that. Why can't Jack White score as well? Another problem,
That's
I think.
That's a great question.
Jack White, like last year, we saw the same thing where he had a great sort of first half of the season, and then as the second half of the season, he like really tailed off. And that's not good because we need the role players to step up. And Jack
it needs to be the opposite.
Yeah. Especially as a senior, right? You would think. Key, the 3 is halfway down, and the reverse dunk by Huff. Man, Huff is just putting on his own personal highlight reel there.
His own show after getting smacked in the face.
Yeah. I wanted to welcome in all the viewers here and everybody in chat. We've been having a great afternoon. Vernon Carey,
Nice,
what a
Vernon.
move!
That's what I'm
Whoa,
talking about.
that is big time. That is big time for Vernon Carey. Went right through two of them.
We want AOC. Connell. Well, not the other AOC, sorry.
Jack White, yeah, over 4. It's either got to be Joey, O'Connell, or White that gets you. Oh my God, Diakite there.
Since when did he shoot threes, man? He's really worked on his game. I mean, I respect it. It's great, but
Chalk fans got it right. It's got to be one of those role players that goes and gets you like 7 to 10 points, and then these games are all of a sudden not contests anymore.
Yes, actually, spot on. Yes,
it's got to be one of those 3. And tonight it's been neither of them. It's been none of them.
It's just been nobody.
It's just been nobody. Wendell also with 0. Here, 1 second on the shot clock, and the Blue Devils don't even notice it. And that is a shot clock violation here as UVA once again has turned up the defense. Only the 5th turnover for Duke as we were talking through that one. Oh, my goodness.
I feel like Vernon Carey carries too much of the load every single night.
Well, we thought Stanley was going to be that consistent 3rd option, and we were right for about 3/4 of the season. In this last 4th of the season here, not so much. UVA now with an opportunity to tie or take the lead with a 3. Duke Duke ahead by 2, and Diakite now working on Wendell Moore. Diakite goes baseline and gets fouled by Moore off the ball. That'll be Moore's 3rd foul. Only the 3rd team foul on Duke, so UVA will have to inbound here.
Yeah, we're lucky that one was called on the floor.
Yeah, because Diakite got right to the rack.
I mean, they shouldn't even have called that. That wasn't
Now,
even that
yeah,
bad.
jeez. 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go here. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Diakite once again, and this back to Statham, and Statham gets it to Kihei Clark. Clark working on Trey Jones, high screen by Huff, and Clark just beat his man off the dribble, but that's a pass, an air ball. I don't even know what it was.
What?
But Key ends up scoring, and it's a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. We are tied with 9 minutes and 42 seconds to go, and Duke, Coach Krzyzewski, has called the timeout. As Virginia is on a 5-0 run and has managed to tie up the game. God damn it.
Yeah, that's honestly so obnoxious. And
okay, maybe I was a little too cavalier about the whole thing coming in. And that's my terrible pun for the day. I'm glad we're done with the terrible sports announcer pun of the day, because that was it. Lord have mercy indeed. Lord have mercy on all our cardiovascular system.
This is very random, but slightly off of the topic of basketball, but near and dear to our football hearts. What do you think about Tony Romo getting paid $17 million a year?
Oh my goodness! Justin brought this up last night. He makes more than football players.
Yeah, he makes more than
He makes more than most quarterbacks
of the league. Yeah,
and even then, he doesn't have to get hit.
No, he does what we do.
To sit in the booth and commentate. Granted, he's very good. He's very good.
Yeah, he's really good at it. But I mean,
I have no issues.
17 million's a lot.
Apparently there was talk that ESPN was making a run at him because he is on CBS. He does it with Jim Nantz now, and apparently ESPN was making a run at him. And so it looks like CBS.
Oh, that would have been way better than Booger on Monday night. Jeez.
Oh my goodness. Ever since John Gruden left Monday Night Football, it's like come on.
But also, think about it in the context of this. Stephen A. Smith gets paid $9 to $8 million a year by ESPN,
and he's the highest paid ESPN talent.
But he does a morning show every single day. Is always constantly there. The only thing Tony Romo does is show up 16 days a year to a stadium and talk about a football game.
I don't know if that's exactly true. There is a lot of prep, but yeah, granted, I don't. It's so.
But I'm saying he is only getting paid $17 million for 16 days of work.
But there's work during the week. You got to go and you talk to the players and. But that's like natural for him, right?
I don't know about that.
But yeah, I mean, it's insane. This pays over $1 million a game.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, it is actually around. Yeah,
It's over
it's
$1
a
million
million
a
a
game.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, so could be a third seed, not a top 10. Yeah, if Duke loses, I mean, damn, if we lose this one, this does not give us a lot of confidence. The thing that we're gonna tomorrow on the show, we'll also be talking. I'm gonna run through the stats again, and because I pulled them all after before today's broadcast. And so we'll do a stats update of where we were. We did a stats update of where we were through 17 games. But now we got to do one where we are here at the end of the season. And my fear is that we've seen some regression, which is not what you want to see going into March, as the Duke team just hasn't been able to play to the. It can play way better than it has played. Let's put it that way. I think this team is capable of playing better than it has. The outside shot there by Cassius Stanley is off the back iron. Possibly a push by Wendell. Down low, but not called. So the offensive board to Wendell Moore. And that resets the shot clock. 12 seconds now for Trey Jones, who gets the screen from Carey. And there's the roll. Trey Jones going to go from three.
Ooh,
That is a line
yes.
drive shot.
Let's go.
That hits home. 42-39 off the massive shot by Trey. He's got 12. Oh, almost through the hands of Stanley. That 47-inch vertical going to work there.
Wow, 21% we're shooting from three in the last 4 games.
Yeah, the 3-point shot
games.
has just been non-existent. Non-existent. Oh, blocked by Stanley!
What a great one right there.
Going the other way.
Nice.
No.
Oh, I knew he was going to force it.
Wendell Moore tries to force it, and then it's a turnover going the other way. So we're going to take that off. Kihei Clark trying to get it up to Huff. That's intercepted by Carey. Now going the other way is Trey.
Slow. Chill
Defense
out.
has itself set up. Trey Jones, mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebound to Diakite.
I think that's his fourth or third. Carey?
Third.
Carey's third? Okay. Good.
Third on Vernon Carey here.
Go Arkansas and go Duke. Yep.
Trying to get a scoreboard for myself.
And here we're still playing a full court press. I mean, we're at least guarding 90 feet, which is pretty interesting. Typically, Coach K doesn't do that. Yeah,
come on. The way that we're playing,
I mean, anything to get us a spark and get us some transition. I mean, we got to make defense get us.
That's travel. That's travel. He took steps before he put the ball on the floor. Did Diakite, and that
he was already on the baseline before he even.
Yeah. And that is the under 8 timeout here. Let's go to the full scoreboard here, get a quick check on how the teams are doing all over the country. And where we got? Looks like Arkansas trailing by 5. Arkansas 70-63 in Georgia there with about 7 minutes to go. So there you go. Our friends in chat rooting for Arkansas have managed to claw their way back. BYU ahead on Pepperdine, 69-58. That's the only other big game happening so far today. Nice shot by Trey Jones. It's AOC time for clutch shots. Nova going down, Maryland or Michigan State? I don't know.
I haven't watched enough. I haven't watched enough of Maryland to know anything.
I'm probably just going to side with Michigan State because I know Michigan State fans, so I will side with them. So, who's winning the Dayton game? Good question. Let's check. Dayton?
Yeah, Dayton will win.
When are they playing?
I don't even know who they're playing.
San Diego State has to go to Nevada, Michigan State, Maryland, and then St. Mary's going to Gonzaga. I don't actually know. Is Dayton play tomorrow? Louisville and Virginia Tech tomorrow. Louisville's going to need that win at home. Oh, the Dayton game was last night. That's why I can't find it.
And I think the next game Dayton
Oh,
has
Dayton
actually against
by
Richmond.
15. Dayton won by 15.
I think the next game is also it's against GW, and then they play Richmond.
Oh, okay. In Richmond or in Dayton?
Wait, I just looked at the Richmond schedule and it said they were. Wait.
Why is Maryland only -2 at home? I guess people just don't believe that Maryland. Tom Izzo, man.
We played Davidson, not Dayton. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know if Eric was in chat. He's got all the download on Michigan State. I don't know if Eric's around though.
I don't know much about MSU.
Yeah, they're still good. I mean, we beat them earlier in the season at Michigan State, but Duke always seems to have Michigan State's number. Well, except for in the NCAA tournament, except for last time. Coming out of the under 8 timeout here. Duke by 3. It has been a back and forth game so far.
It's been a good game so far, though.
It has been a good
game. It's a UVA style game, but it's been entertaining. It hasn't been that choppy, and I mean, it's been a flowing basketball game, which is great. And I think we'll get to over 50 points.
Trey Jones now screened by Carey. Javin calling for it. Javin wanted to go. Oh my goodness. Javin wanted to go down low to Vernon Carey, but he just ends up throwing it away. That was just too easy for Virginia. They knew where it was going and was able to jump that passing lane. Man, that was so bad. Clark to Key. Key gets it to Huff. Huff on Stanley. Bit of a mismatch there. Huff pivoting all over the place, and Huff
nice move.
has 14.
Huff's balling out this game. He's really.
Fred, we're gonna have to go down to the wire again.
Again, man.
We're gonna have to go down to the wire again. I don't even know, man. I don't want to predict anything at this point. Oh, Jordan Goldwire, careful there. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense there by UVA and blocked from behind. Does Key block Stanley from behind? All right, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous here.
This happens every single game. It's unbelievable.
This happens every single game. At this rate, first team to 50 is the one that wins. Joey Baker going to try to put up a 3 and draw contact, but no.
Like, why are you doing that?
I mean, you can see why he's trying to do that. But it was kind of a poor effort.
Yeah, it was it's not a good.
He didn't really sell it all that well.
Yeah, he didn't sell anything. He just actually sold trying to shoot.
Cassius Stanley, there's 1 second on the shot clock, and it's another shot clock violation. Not a chance. Wow, Virginia with 6:32 to go and a chance to take the lead here at home from our Blue Devils. God damn it.
Well, I mean, typically when Duke's struggling or losing, we get a lot more viewers and subs. So
no,
I guess that's one
I will take
good way to look at it.
I will take the win. Oh my goodness. They held Maine to 26, Syracuse to 34, and Virginia Tech to 39. Well, we're doing better than those 3 teams at the moment as Huff draws on Javin, and that's a foul away from the ball.
Yeah.
Foul against Delorier there. Delorier just got beat.
Yep. He went for the pump fake, and basically that ever since then he was off balance.
They've been doing that. Is UVA just been that good at pump faking, or are Blue Devils just not being disciplined?
Bad. Yes.
We're flying all over the place.
Yeah, we're just not being disciplined with it.
He's held by Stanley. Well, I can kind of see why. I can
see why. Still only 6, so they got to inbound it one more time. It's still not going to be extra free throws. They're not in the bonus.
Jack being optimistic for us. I'm not going to call any score predictions other than say Duke is just going to win. We're just going to win, baby. Just win. Javin goes to the bench as Jack White comes in, and Diakite now on Stanley. Diakite driving down on Stanley. Stanley, good defense, but Diakite gets some separation and then puts it in with the right hand. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Vernon Carey down low. Thought they were going to call him for a travel, but they are just going to call him for an out of bounds as he hits it off his thigh, and it is going the other way. Oh man, we're not only missing the X factor, we're missing killer instinct. Like there's this bizarre like dichotomy of like Duke has like 5 ACC wins by more than 30 points, but I would say that Duke like just can't put close games away. As
Wow,
Diakite, that was a
he
great block.
got stuffed by us twice. It was
Yeah,
incredible defense.
but the ball lands in the hands of UVA, and I don't think the shot clock reset on that one, so it's 10 seconds to go. Vernon Carey all the way out of the paint beyond the three-point line, guarding Key, and now Key goes inside, and Key off the top of the backboard, rebounded by Jack White.
Oh, just pass the ball up. Oh, yay. It was 5 on 2.
Jack White trying to get to Carey. Carey on Huff. Carey trying to put it up, and Carey gets fouled.
I don't know why they're complaining, because if they didn't call the foul, he was just going to put it back in.
Yeah. That is only the 6th foul, though. That is a shooting foul, however, so they are going to go and shoot 2 at the line. That is Huff's 3rd. No real foul trouble. We got 5 minutes to go in the game. Both Cafaro and Huff with 3 on the side of UVA, and then Wendell and Vernon Carey also with 3 on the side of Duke. So, make that 49-46. We have a revision. We have a score revision. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to get to 50.
I don't know.
Well, I hope it does, actually. Oof. Vernon Carey, the first free throw, give him 16. I hope we get more than 49. 43 apiece. Yes, and Vernon Carey makes both of them. Clutch free throws for Vernon Carey as he gets subbed out. I expect to see him back after the under 4 timeout. Delorier now in the game. Whoo! 4 ties, 9 lead changes so far in the game. Key working on Stanley, screened by Huff. And Key gets